Hello, this is College Strife doing some math. Today we're graphing linear equations. So a linear equation is a graph that has a line. So if we're looking at last time's stuff, it would connect the dots there. A standard form of a linear equation looks like this: ax plus by equals c, 2x plus 3y equals 4. That would be an example. You always want to arrange it so it's something times x plus something times y, just alphabetical order. A solution of a two-variable equation. So solution just means that if this was x and this was y, and we use the formula up there, if we plug it in, so for x I have 2, for y I have 0. If I get 4 equals 4, so if I get a true statement, then this is a solution. If I don't get a true statement, then it's not a solution. Okay. So horizontal lines are usually of the form y equals something. So if I had y equals -2, I would go down to -2 and create a line, horizontal line. And don't forget to draw your arrowheads. A vertical line is the same thing, it's just x equals. So I went to 1, 2, 3, if I had x equals 3, and you would draw a vertical line. But those are only one variable equations. So x equals something, y equals something. What do we do if we have two variables? So graph the equation x plus y equals 4. Step 1, we always like to solve the equation for y. It makes it easier for us. So to get y by itself, I'm going to move x over. To move x over, so that we have a positive x here, to get rid of it, I'm going to subtract x. What you do to one side, you must do to the other. So I have y equals 4 minus x. Or you can say y equals -4 plus, negative x plus 4. Either way works. They're both the same thing. Okay. And then make a table. For our x values, you always want to use at least one negative number. Like our easiest ones that you can use is -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. You get to choose. Just don't use anything. Normally just use -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Use a combination of those numbers and make sure they're in order. You don't want to use anything too crazy. I mean, you can do -30, -25, -20, -15, but that would be too much. So stick with using simple numbers: 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. Now we're going to plug these into our equation. So if I plug -1 into the equation, so I'm using y equals 4 minus x. So y equals 4 minus -1. Two negatives make it positive, so I get 4 plus 1, which is 5. If I plug in 0, I'll get 4 minus 0, which is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. 4 minus 2 is 2. And 4 minus 3 is 1. Now, we're going to plug the points in. Plot the points. So I have negative 1 comma 5. So I go left 1 up 5. And then 0 comma 4. 1 comma 3. So right 1 up 3. 2 comma 2 is right 2 up 2. 3 comma 1 is right 3 up 1. And then we're going to draw the line. Use a straight edge if you must. And then put arrowheads. Okay. Let's graph these equations. Alright. So, make a table. And I want you guys to at least have 3 points. At least have 3 points. If I give you a bigger table, then you fill it out. But when you're working on these homeworks, give yourself at least 3 points. -1, 0, and 1 usually work for your x values. So you plug these into your equation. So 2 times -1 minus 1 is -2 minus 1. So that's -3. If I plug in 0, I get 2 times 0 minus 1, which is 0 minus 1, which is -1. And then if I plug in 1, 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1 is 1. So I go to my coordinate, I plot my graph here. So I go, for my first one is -1 comma -3. So left 1 down 3. And then my next one is 0 in the x, and down 1 in the y. And then right 1 up 1. And then draw our line, put arrowheads, and we're done. Okay, let's do another one. So make a table. And like I said before, you can make it vertical if you want. So -1, 0, 1. So if I plug -1 in the equation, I'll get -4 times 1, or -1 plus 1. So that's +4 plus 1. So that's 5. If I plug in 0, -4 times 0 plus 1. That gives me 1. -4 times +1 plus 1 is -4 plus 1, which is -3. So -1 comma 5 is left of the 1 up 5. 0 comma 1 is up 1. And 1 comma -3 is 1 right, down 3. Connect the dots. I didn't draw my line as straight, but make sure you guys do. So graph the equations. So remember, when we have y equals something, that is a horizontal line. So we go down to -3. And it's, if you want to make a dot, that's fine. But just remember, it's the whole line here. Boom. X equals 2. That's a vertical. So this is a horizontal. This is a vertical line. So x equals 2. I go on the x-axis and go over to 2, make a dot, and then draw a vertical line. Let's do some more. So part A, we have a horizontal line at -2, so I go down 2, make a dot, horizontal line. X equals 4, I go to 4, make a dot, vertical line. Alright, so make a table, use easy coordinates for your x, plug them in to get some answers for your y, and then plot the points. Make sure you have at least 3 points. Except for these examples down here, I manually got the 1 point, but as long as you know it's a horizontal line or a vertical line, you should be fine. And don't forget arrowheads. We need the arrowheads. Arrowhead says it goes on forever and ever and ever. I can plug in 5 in the equation, 6 in the equation, so on and so forth. Alright. That's all for today. Maybe... Wait. Oh, no. There's one more. Alright. Did not see this before. Alright, here we go. So graph the equation y equals 2x plus 2 with domain bigger or equal to 0. So it can be equal to 0. It can't be negative. So they just want 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So then identify the range of the function. So make a table. So we're going to plug each of these x's in to the equation. So 2 times 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 times 1 plus 2 is 4. And 6, 8, 10. Plot the points. So 0, 1, or 0, 2, sorry. Right 1 up 4. Right 2 up 6. Right 3 up 8. And right 4 up 10. Now we're going to connect our dots. So there's a difference here. We don't extend the line past into the negative territory because our domain says we cannot go to negative. So we actually have what we call a ray here. It has a start point and it then goes into a direction forever and ever. So we only have one arrowhead here. And then our range is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But it goes on forever and ever. But it goes forever. So that means y is bigger or equal to 2. So our range is y is greater or equal to 2. Because I could have plugged in 0.5 into the domain. And 0.5 would have gave us 3. So our range isn't 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's everything bigger than 2. Or equal to 2. Okay. And that's all for today. Have a good one.